Hi, this video is about to adjust the tempo of a song which is not really tight in the metrum to a correct metrum of a specific timing. The idea came up because I downloaded a song of Suno and also the stems of this song and found out that the timing is not really tight. And if I want to add some instruments or just use the vocals, I need a correct timing for all the after processing, and therefore I found a solution with Reaper to adjust it. And this is now I like to show you how I did it. First of all, you need to find out which tempo does your song have, and therefore you can check it with several online tools. I found, for instance, the beatloop.de tools, bit per minute finder. So there are several tools. You just put it to their website and it checks about the beats per minute. In this example, I use a song which tempo is 122 beats per minute. Therefore, the first adjustment I do with Reaper, this is a completely new project. I adjust the tempo down here and mention the 122 beats per minute. The next step is to open the project settings and change the time base for items to time. Then I shift all the stems to the Reaper project. So first of all, I use my complete song. This one. I just move there. Then I have the complete single instruments and vocals. Same time position on separate tracks, yes. And I also have the stems of all vocals and only instrumental song. Okay. I don't need this one. Then, to be sure, I move all these single tracks to the left side so that the start is always the same, start point. Then I mark it with my right mouse click and push the button G. Now they are grouped. With the grouping, again right mouse click, item properties, and in this case item time base set as well to time. Then I add a new track. Okay, let's move it to the first track. Mark the length of the project and insert click source. Since the tracks are grouped, I only want to work with one track, and this is for me the most interesting. It's the track where the whole music is on. It sounds like this. It's a disco song. See, it's not fitting to the timing yet. And I move the whole project to a point, let's say, how does it start? Okay, this is the one. I move the project to a point, let's say, after 2 bars. Let's make it bigger. So this is the timing. And I adjust the one with the one in the metrum. Everything you did before, this is better. Okay. So the first thing I do is, let's shift this completely correct to this point. Let's mark the beginning of this one. So should be, yeah, okay, and push the buttons Shift and C. Shift C, and this creates a tempo time signature marker. Okay, and then you see here a small number with the time. Okay, let's move forward. Everything you did before. And you see already here, a very short period after the first click, it's not in timing anymore. I move my marker to this time here, and with Shift and C, I make an additional marking. And you see here, again, there's a new mark. And on Mac, I push the button Command. On PC, I push the button String. And with my left mouse, I can shift the timing of the metrum to the correct place. Okay, this adjustment is done just between this marking and this marking. Means this timing is now changed. The timing on the right side is still the same. And I proceed now for the whole song to adjust all the points where it's not in time anymore. This is better. Here. I think you create. Okay, here is maybe next one. Shift C. And then Command on Mac and String on PC. And I adjust it. You created it. This is better. It's a good example to see that the timing in Suno is not very even. Shift C. Okay. This I'll do with the whole song. In this case, quite a lot of work, as you can imagine. So now I'm finished with the markings, with the changes, and you can see quite a few of those markings on top. My next action is to mark this group of tracks, open the item settings and select set item time base to beats. Okay, then you have this information here, and you say yes, stretch markers will be added to the maintaining timing. Okay, and now you can see it added all the stretch markers according to these markings which I made before. Nothing's changed so far, but now I insert via view master track, and you can see here on top this the stretched timing marks here. If you don't see that, there is the Option T on Mac. You can switch it on and off, and it's Alt T at the PC. Right click with your mouse, select all points. Now they are marked, and then simply delete them. Okay, then as a next step, right click to the group again and select glue items. This will delete the stretch markers and also opens the group again, so the tracks will be single tracks now. There are several tracks, that's why it lasts a little bit. Okay. And now the timing is absolutely correct with the click.
This is fun. You have
Through the whole song.
move ahead, go.
So if that,
Now it's here, go for it.
if I wouldn't have done all the steps before, it would be totally out of the timing.
You have endless fun.
Okay, so far so good. And now finally, we changed the project settings back from time to beats, position, length, and rate. And the reason for this is that from now on I can also change the project tempo. Let's select 100, and you see how the project will be stretched, and it's still in the timing. If I start here.
You have endless fun.
Okay, let's put this one back to 122. And if I would not have changed this setting, I can show you. And I changed the timing from here. Let's say to 100. So you see that just the metrum is changed, but the audio stays the same. So this is absolutely not what we want. Okay, and from this point Let's change this one back. I have all my single tracks in the same tempo, so I can choose whatever I want. If I just want to stay with the instrumental or with the vocals only, then also the vocals, these are the backing vocals. If I just take the drums and the vocals, for instance, it's a bit strange.
You have endless fun.
Okay. And I could add some other tracks upon my wish. Okay. That's all about it. Thank you very much for listening and for watching. Bye.